Welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty here on College Football 25, and we have made it to the college football playoffs. We will be playing here against Clemson in the Orange Bowl here as we are in the second round of the playoffs. The winner of this one, of course, makes the Final Four. And yeah, Clemson, we've played them a couple of times in the series. We've been successful against them as far as getting the wins, but they have definitely played us tough every time. We'll take just a quick look at the roster, and we'll get things rolling. So, led by Christopher Vizinha as their new starting quarterback after Cade Klubnik took his talents to the NFL. Really good running backs here, Jay Haynes, Jarvis Green, and Jaquez Smith. So kind of give you a little bit of everything. Two elusive. All of them are elusive backs. One's got a little bit more speed than the rest of them. Vizinha, good athlete, really good arm strength, good short and medium accuracy. The long, deep accuracy is a little bit different. A whole lot of speed here in Antonio Williams and Tyler Brown, along with TJ Moore. 397 and above speed guys there. Definitely going to be something to watch out for. With just a really great all-around wide receiver room. Tight end is solid. Offensive line, really good all the way across. No superstars. Give you a lot of problems here along the defensive line as well. They are led by T.J. Parker and Vic Burley along the defensive line. I do think that we've mainly been a running football team this year with some explosiveness in the pass game. Definitely think this is probably going to have to lean a little bit more towards the ability to throw the football today, hopefully. Got an excellent middle linebacker here in Sammy Brown with 94 speed. Linebacker group just in general is really good. Take a look at the corners. Do have Avion Terrell still. Good group of corners with good size, really good speed. Definitely think they are going to be a problem for us. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good football team. Probably the best one that we played the entire year. It's a matter of whether or not we can get to Vizinha and if we can take care of the football. They're at 11-3, and they are coming off of an impressive win against Cal. 21-13. Cal's been really good this year, but struggled late into the season. And, Clemson playing well. Let's see, though, if we can take them down. We will be rocking – I think I'm going to wear the black jerseys. I don't know that I've done that yet this year. So let's do that for this game. Do they have something cool to maybe go along with here? We'll give them just the orange pants. But, yeah, it's good to be back in and playing. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And, made it to the playoffs third straight year. Did not win the national championship in year 2. Didn't win it in year 1. Trying to win one here, and we take a trip to Miami for our first playoff matchup of the season here at the Hard Rock Stadium. And hopefully Georgia can come out with a victory. I think we're the only undefeated team, the clear number 1 team throughout the year. Hopefully we can continue to build upon that. And Clemson's going to start off with the ball. Again, a very good football team, a whole lot of speed, good running backs. Can the quarterback lead the way? I think that's going to be the big thing. Vizinha is very solid. They've been even better than us on third downs this year and have been more pass happy than us, but got a lot of speed at wide receiver. How does Georgia react to that? 3 wide receivers set here to start things off. Vizinha is going to hand it off. It's a nice gain of 4 there before Damian Wilson is able to bring Haynes down. Second and 6. We'll drop back to throw it and just barely gets the pass off to his tight end. That one almost got undercut by C.J. Allen. Vizinha was able to get the pass right into the perfect spot here. They do hurry it up, see if they run the ball here. It's kind of what I'm expecting them to do. Oh, they drop back to pass. I'm going to run just a little dump-off swing pass to the running back Haynes. That's going to count as a run, and it is going to be another first down. Would really like to run a little bit more man in this game, but with the speed that they have at wide receiver, I just do not really want to deal with that. Vizina scrambles around, is able to get a pretty decent run there. Gain of 7 before he is wrapped up by Damon Wilson. Clemson trying to start things off fast here. 2nd and 3. Going to find his tight end on a quick pass. C.J. Allen not at all in position there. Clemson running right down the field, and this is a very, very good Clemson team. I think they've taken a step back as far as the quarterback play in and of itself. But you're talking about, one of the best just supporting casts a quarterback could ask for. That is a big tackle for loss. Ends up being a loss of 5. Georgia does a nice job there on the edge of kind of stop-gapping him at first, and then finally bringing him down. Oh, and what a throw from Vizina. It's going to be a touchdown for Clemson. The little corner route. Nobody in the vicinity. The safety, Aguero, did not get over there. And Tyler Brown, the senior, with a big strike there. Really nice, accurate pass. Yeah, Aguero just not in a good spot. Clemson, ooh, we have a booth review here. It looked like he got the feet down to me. Let's see if that will stand. And it sounds like it does. Kind of a wobbly pass, actually. Yeah, that's a touchdown all day. What an outstanding opening drive there for Clemson. Again, the big problem they've had when they play Georgia in this series is getting off to slow starts, letting Georgia build up a lead, and having to kind of claw their way back into it. That is not at all what happened there on that opening drive. We will kick it away. Boyce back on the return. I forgot to set my playbook. Won't see a whole lot of Kevin Vernon in this game, but we do see Gunnar Stockton coming out. The seniors had a really good year. Is finishing strong after a definitely lackluster middle portion of the season. They actually saw him get benched in a game. They're going to come out under center here. It's going to be a handoff to Tobias, the running back of the year, the nation's leading rusher by a mile so far. That's the first carry. Does a nice job with it. Stockton. We're taking it's a handoff to Tobias. Sets us up for a 3rd and 1. I think if Georgia gets the opportunity to, I think they're going to try to run the football a lot in this one. Carry for Tobias does a good job. 3rd straight carry, able to get the 1st down. Come out back under center. It's going to be a run to Tobias again. 4th straight play. He has gotten the ball, and it is a gain of 3. Still with Tobias out there. They're going under center. Georgia, I think, is trying to make it a point. It's another run, Tobias. He's going to fumble it, and Clemson recovers. Too many carries in a row for Tobias. Was not looking like he was gassed at all, but Clemson takes over, up 7 to tight end set. It's going to be a run to Haynes. He is wrapped up there by C.J. Allen, just a gain of 1. Huge. I don't know that Tobias has had a fumble that he's lost this entire year, and to do so in a really bad spot there. Zena's going to get sacked. Georgia's defense. Jarrett and Raylan Wilson there on the sack, trying to rise to the occasion here. Big time play from the North Carolina native to get back there on the sack. It's now a 3rd and 14. Got to get pressure here. Going to drop heavy back. Zena's going to try to jump off, and that one should have been picked off to Mello Jones. Would have been a pick 6. But he could not hang on to it. Vizina makes the mistake, but Georgia cannot make him pay. It looks like Tobias's fumble. Defense does a nice job of hanging on, and a missed field goal saves Georgia in that standpoint. All right, you got away with the first mistake if you were Georgia. 3 wide receivers, Gunnar Stockton. Cantrell sent in motion out of the shotgun, and it is a little jet pass to Cantrell, who gets some help on the outside, and Cantrell down the sideline is going to get inside, right at the 20. Really nice first quote-unquote pass play from Georgia there. set. We're drop off. He gets that to Lawson Lucky, and the Mackey Award winner gets the touchdown. Georgia's defense gets the stop. The missed field goal. Georgia scores 2 plays later to potentially tie this one up. Gunnar Stockton, they sent pressure up the middle, took a couple of steps back, floated that one man on man. Lawson Lucky beat his man on the deep in route right before Stockton got hit and just made a perfect pass. Lucky outran the defender and gets into the end zone. What a start this has already been here in this college football playoff matchup, as Georgia has tied it 7-0 there. 2 plays, 60 yards. They have got 7 on the board. Clemson now is their return back. Nice to see Georgia getting the stop there and then making them pay 2 running backs in the backfield with Vizina. They send Haynes in motion. Drop back and throw this one. Robinson could not stop that from being a completion of Tyler Brown with his 2nd catch of the day. Of course, scored a touchdown on the opening drive. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. A little pistol set. It'll be a handoff, but he is wrapped up by Jordan Hall. Hall Jr. could certainly potentially leave for the NFL. I do think that he will be back for his senior season. He has been a force to be reckoned with and one of the best players in college football this year. And Haynes goes in motion again. He's actually dumped this off to Haynes. Really nice open field tackle from Harris. And set up now a 3rd and 12. Drops back, takes the pass. Vizina's going to try to scramble, has to duck down, and Georgia gets off the field defensively there again. Clemson's going to have to punt it away. Georgia, after a bad first drive defensively, have had 2 back-to-back good drives. Now Boyce is back to catch the punt. Take it up, gets a decent return there. It looks like they're going to go back under center here with Tobias. And it is just going to be a straight run. Tobias finishing with authority again. Sets him up for a 2nd and 3. They are sticking under center. They are playing to their game plan here. Stockton, play action this time. He's going to send that to Anthony Evans. A lot of speed at cornerback, though, and Stockton overthrows him. Now a 2nd and 3. A lot of speed at corner they have to be aware of. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to scramble out. He is not going to get it. Parker runs him down. Tried to essentially set a situation where Stockton could have maybe gotten that ball off to Evans or gone for the 1st down, but Clemson does a really nice job of defending it on that play. The Tigers are able to force the punt. Tried to take the big deep shot to Evans. It didn't work out, and then got hemmed up on the 3rd and 3 there. It's a carry to Haynes. He gets a lot of really good blocking. Ends up getting the 1st down there. The delayed handoff. 4 wide receivers. It's going to be a run, and he gets hit coming off the edge. Damon Wilson tried to run the RPO, just could not sneak that pass out there fast enough. Wide receiver all alone on one side. It's going to be a carry to Haynes. C.J. Allen does an excellent job there. Gets help from Jordan Hall. Haynes, if he can get past C.J. Allen there, has got a bunch of running room. We're already through the 1st quarter. 7-7 game and a lot of action already. Should have had an interception from Vizina on Clemson's 2nd drive, a fumble for Tobias. 2 really nice touchdown passes from both these quarterbacks that are off to pretty solid starts. Defense is also making a couple of plays, though. It's a 3rd and 8. Trio. Vizina's going to get sacked as Justin Williams, the redshirt sophomore, who I think has a very, very high probability of leaving for the NFL draft this year, is able to get back there. The sophomore for Texas gets a sack, and Georgia gets off the field here again. It is away, and Boyce back on the return. Clemson, for what it's worth, I think is a good matchup for Georgia with the speed that they have at cornerback. Kind of been the big thing Georgia's been able to do is strike down the field. They certainly have had games where it hasn't worked out as well as Stockton sees Tobias. Get the pass out to him. Tobias cuts it up the field. Shows off the explosiveness there. It's a gain of 10 roughly there on the catch. See, they're a team that can actually do a lot of this press action against Georgia and then not just kill them with Tobias. Starting to get going here. Already a couple of nice runs for him. Had the nice catch out of the backfield. Georgia now brings Roger Robinson back in there. It's a carry to Roderick. Nice run, gain of 4. Stick with that bunch formation. Stockton takes the snap. I'm trying to get this to London Humphreys, who does, catches it right in front of Terrell. Takes it for a first down. Stockton, 3 wide receivers, takes the snap. Going to dump this off underneath the Humphreys, and Humphreys. It's a first down there on that play. I feel like Gunner did a really nice job there of kind of weaving through the flow of there in the pocket. Stockton, that's going to take it. And that's going to be a fumble, and it's going to be picked up by TJ Parker. 2 turnovers for Georgia. Stockton gets strip sacked there. Clemson's going to take over. Jonathan Root just came around the end. Stockton kind of trying to wait for something to develop there. Nobody's really open. Almost tried to get away. Tried to throw that ball away and ends up getting hit right as he's about to do so. And it's a 4 wide receiver set now for Clemson, who has got the momentum. It's going to be a handoff to Haynes to C.J. Allen, or excuse me, Riley Wilson overruns it. It's a gain of 8 for him. Georgia with 2 massive fumbles here. It'll be a false start for Clemson, it looks like, and it is. That'll certainly help back it up now to a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, excuse me. 3 wide receivers and the tight end. Going to be a play action. Oh, and he makes a nice throw. Guerrero is not reading the quarterback's eyes there at all. He kind of just spin around there, threw it in the spot, and Guerrero couldn't make a play on it. Be a carry to Haynes, who's able to make a couple of Georgia defenders miss and gets a first down. Haynes made 2 guys miss in a phone booth there. Don't see that a lot with this Georgia defense. A run here again, and Haynes, so patient, been really impressive so far. Really nice job. The running backs now in the backfield with Vizina, 3 wide receivers. It's going to be a delayed play action. He's going to take another sack as Justin Williams and Kristen Miller, the Heisman winner, making an impactful play there. 2nd and 14. Williams already with a sack and a half. Be a play action. He's going to get sacked. Kristen Miller comes around again. 2nd straight play where Miller has gotten to the quarterback. Clemson able to dive on it and keep possession. It's a 3rd and 21 now. Clemson's gotten lucky that Georgia has fumbled twice, and they've been able to recover both of them, but they set up the screen. Really nice play there by C.J. Allen. He's going to force another long field goal here. 4th and 17, so about a 53-yard field goal. The kick is up. This one is going to be good. Now moves to 1 for 2 on the day. So Clemson does retake the lead. Georgia gets the ball to start the 2nd half. Got 4 minutes left here in the 1st half. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Lucky also in the slot. Stockton takes it. Try to go wide there to London Humphreys. Already the third catch of the day for Humphreys. Trying to make the most out of it. Stockton takes the snap. Anthony Evans streaking down the sideline, catches it in stride. Scores a touchdown for Georgia, the senior. Maybe the best wide receiver in all of college football. They press. He beat his man off the line of scrimmage. The safety did not get near deep enough on that play. He's able to get by him. I mean, just wide open. Easily beats his man that time. 62-yard strike for the Georgia offense, and Gunnar Stockton strip sack fumble, notwithstanding, has been excellent, at least when trying to deliver the pass so far today. And Georgia takes their first lead of the game. And again, they do start off with the ball to start the second half, and the defense get a stop. 7 for 8, already 165 yards passing. Gunnar Stockton, 3 wide receivers and a tight end on the field. It's going to be a stretch play. Raylan Wilson tackles down Haynes right at the line of scrimmage. Less than 3 minutes left. Clemson at their own 17. It's going to be a run again, and Christian Miller again making a play. He is already having a field day. 4 tackles for loss and a sack and a half. Four wide receivers. Tries to go wide, and that one goes out of bounds. And Georgia able to get another defensive stop, and they will get the ball back here. A little over 2 minutes left in this first half. A chance to lengthen their lead. They're going to get good field position as Boyce gets it up to midfield. Georgia comes out with a 3 wide receiver look. Stockton, it's a handoff to Tobias, who does a really nice job there getting back across line of scrimmage. That's a gain of about 7 there. Second and 3. 3 wide receivers. Stockton takes it. He's going to try to get that out to Lucky, and that is going to be a pick 6 going back the other way. Clemson was ready for that one, and Shelton Lewis puts Clemson back up. Georgia could not get a hand on him trying to set up that RPO out to Lucky. Clemson was ready and prepared for that. Georgia likes to hit defenses with that. Read it like a book. Took that easily back for a pick 6, and Clemson now is retaking the lead as Gunnar Stockton makes his first true mistake of the game. That is already 3 first-half turnovers for Georgia. It's hard to win games like that, especially against a good Clemson team. I feel like you've kind of gotten away with a couple of big plays, and let's see how Georgia responds. They go 5 wide. He's going to take a shot, Nitro Tuggle, right down the middle of the field, and Georgia's going to score right before halftime. Gunnar Stockton and this Georgia offense not afraid to take their shots. Created one there again. They stressed the defense with a vertical shot play. Tuggle just easily running past the safety. Stockton drops that one perfectly, and I think that's the biggest catch of Tuggle's career. A 75-yard score. Stockton and this offense respond yet again to a turnover with a gigantic big play. This was something I was not expecting. I thought that this would be a little bit more of a defensive battle, and while Georgia's defense is not playing horribly, 3 turnovers for Clemson's defense have kind of overshadowed the fact that they have not really slowed they've slowed Georgia down because they're getting turnovers, but they're also giving up a lot of big plays, really struggling against Georgia's rushing attack. I don't know if Clemson can expect to keep getting this many turnovers, and that's one back for Georgia. Daniel Harris What an incredible, insane first half this has been. A pick six for Daniel Harris, the second pick six of this first half. What is going on? Zena that time just made just a horrific decision. I mean, threw that in double coverage. I mean, that's a bad decision. Could have had two guys, could have potentially picked that one off. It's Daniel Harris that does. Georgia now up 28-17. What is happening? There's been 3 touchdowns in the last 25 seconds, give or take. What a first half. Really nice open field tackle there from Chris Cole. And it is now an 11-point lead for Georgia in one of the most wild first halves you can possibly have. That one almost intercepted as C.J. Allen tried to alert that one. Was unable to do so, and instead it turns into a big first down pass there for Clemson. Come up to the line in a hurry, of course. Still have 3 timeouts. Georgia starts off the second half with the ball. Has to throw that one short. Nice open field tackle there from Daniel Harris. Georgia trying to disguise what they're doing here against Clemson. End up just dumping it off to Haynes. Raylan Wilson with a nice tackle. Clemson has to take their first time out of this half. This has been just a wild first half. 5 wide receivers. Vazina had to take that snap. Ends up dumping that off over the middle. We see an injury here, though, to Antonio Williams. One of the best receivers in all of college football. We're now sub a minute left. That injury timeout does not cost them a timeout. It does stop the clock. Oh, Raylan Wilson couldn't get his hands up. Zena is testing these Georgia linebackers. You're putting yourself in, those are dangerous spots. This is a dangerous linebacker group to be testing lad. If Wilson gets his hands up, has his head turned around, that's an interception there. 1st and 10. Clemson has used 2 of their timeouts now. It's that one underneath, but it is knocked away. Julian Humphrey. Now a trio over to the left. Zena takes the snap. He's getting harassed and just throwing it away all the way across the other side of the field. It's now a 3rd and 10. Hauser is 1 for 2 at field goals. 4-wide group here. Zena's getting harassed here again. Ends up throwing it away before Justin Williams gets his 3rd sack. Hauser comes back out there. Georgia's going to have about 30 seconds left regardless of what happens here. Try to put more points on the board. The kick is up and the kick is good. Makes it back to a 1-possession game, 28-20, Georgia leading. What a thrilling first half this has been, though. So many big plays as Boyce tries to get the return out. Doesn't get a whole lot going there, though. All right, let's see what Georgia maybe try to create here. 3 wide. Stockton takes the snap. They get that to Lucky. They take the timeout. Stockton already with just a massive game already. 3 wide again. Just tried to heave this one down the field. Knocked away, incomplete. Tried to create the big shot play. Stockton, send Lucky in motion. Stockton will try to get this one out to Anthony Evans. That one almost intercepted. It's now a 4th and 3. Georgia's going to punt it away here. Stockton tried to kind of roll out to his right there, get the pass off, but it does not work out. And he might be getting loose. No, he's chased down. So Clemson's going to have 5 seconds left. Figure they Oh, they're just going to kick the field goal. This is a bomb. 63-yarder. The kick is up. No good. Georgia now has a second at a potential Hail Mary here. See what they can try to create. Stockton takes it. It's going to heave this one up for Anthony Evans, and it is going to end up being intercepted, and he's got a chance to return it. Georgia just trying to play it safe on the return. So it is another turnover in the first half for Georgia. That's at least one you can more live with. And here we go. We are now going to be going to the second half. Georgia gets the ball to start off that second half. It's a 28-20 game. Defenses are making big plays, giving up big plays. We've had 2 pick sixes, 4 turnovers for Georgia in the first half. They've only gotten 1 from Clemson, but Georgia does hold the lead as Gunnar Stockton has dropped a couple of just massively long touchdown shots. A 62-yarder to Anthony Evans, that 75-yarder there to Nitro Tuggle. Daniel Harris with a pick 6, Shelton Lewis for 1 for Clemson. Georgia up 8. They get the ball to start and then make something happen. They will start off with a touchback, and they will open up at their own 25. The second quarter was so wild, you barely saw any runs from Tobias. Tobias is going to get one right here and get up the field. He does get up the field. He is delivering blows, a huge run. Tobias 9 carries, 63 yards. Roger Robinson now going to get the run, gets a 1-yard gain out of that. Teams are playing hard. 2nd and 9, Stockton. It's a handoff to Tobias. Sets up now a 3rd and 7. They're going to go 3 wide, Lucky in the slot. Seeing Cantrell in motion. Stockton takes the snap. To get this to London Humphreys, who's going to get the first down. Humphreys has got a couple of really big catches so far in this game. Makes another one there.
On the double.
1st and 10. Georgia is trying to at least let a little bit of this clock run down. Clemson is being really aggressive with their defensive backs. Tobias, another strong run. Tobias did not get to be leading rusher in college football and the running back of the year strictly based off the blocking that he got. He is really making an impact, and now Tobias going out wide again. We'll try to set up the screen. Didn't work. Really nice play there. So it's a 3rd and 1. Go 3 wide receivers, Lucky in the slot. This is going to be a run for Tobias, and he is 83 yards on 12 carries. Trying to do something major with him. Stockton takes it. He's going to take a gigantic sack. Tried to run the play action. Nothing really broke open. That ends up being a huge loss of yardage there. 2nd and 17. Stockton takes it. Try to dump that underneath. Cantrell drops it. Now a 3rd and 17. Stockton takes it. He's just going to try to float this one to Cantrell, who somehow makes the catch inside the 10, down at the 7. Stockton just kind of flung that up. Cantrell is down there somewhere. Just throws it to a spot, and Cantrell goes up and makes the grab. What a play. Wow. Wow. Just what. Sometimes I just don't know what else to say. Cantrell, what a play that was. Stockton It's a handoff to Bias. It's a gain of 2 there. Stockton's going to keep it on the read. This gain of 2 is now a 3rd and goal from the 3. Three wide receivers. Stockton sends Anthony Evans in motion. Stockton's just going to try to scramble at number 14. Goes for 6. Tried to set up the little screen to Anthony Evans. Didn't like the way it looked. Gunnar Stockton, despite 3 turnovers, is having, in a weird way, one of the best games of his career. Really making plays today. He's been really accurate. Has shown some escapability. Now with 4 touchdowns to his name in this game, and Georgia is up 35-20. A 6-minute drive to start the second half. 13 plays, 75 yards. Clemson is now in a spot where if you do not go get points here, you could be in the danger zone. Being a really, really bad spot. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Haynes in the backfield. Mazina's going to hand it off to Haynes, who's got really good blocking again. C.J. Allen, though, able to make a play. Just a gain of 3. Quick RPO. Daniel Harris and Damon Wilson able to make a play. Just a gain of 2 there. Georgia's trying to do all they can to disguise what they're doing, but that is just a tight end over the middle of the field. Kariski, 3rd catch of the day, and it's another first down for him. Clemson extends their drive on 3rd down. This feels like a run, and that's because it is. C.J. Allen makes the tackle through the block, wrapping him up. Able to get that one out wide. Nice throw and completion. Now a gain of 7. It's going to be an RPO, but Damon Wilson and the Heisman-winning Kristen Miller are back there to lock up Haynes, and Clemson is now going to be desperate for a defensive stop. Georgia takes over at their own 21. They have to. They cannot give up points here to Georgia. It's a run for Tobias. Gain of 3. Bunch set. Stockton letting a little bit of the clock run down. He takes it. He's going to try to throw this one wide, but he overthrows Anthony Evans. Now a 3rd and 7. What does Georgia decide to do here? 3rd and 7, Clemson playing really close. Play action. He just tried to get that one out to Anthony Evans, but Stockton gets hit. Clemson does what it needs to do to get a stop. Lozano ends up shanking that punt. Clemson's going to take over Georgia's 47. Don't know what happened there. Just got it off the bad side of the foot. Clemson trying to take a shot deep. Mazina trying to scramble out. Kristen Miller with another sack here. 2nd and 16. 3 wide receiver that's in the tight end in motion. Will be a pass, goes underneath Julian Humphrey. Knocks it away. It's a 3rd and 16 now. He's going to heave it, one-on-one situation. Aguero in a good spot. Clemson gets a defensive stop, but cannot make the plays they need offensively despite the great field position. Georgia now is going to take back over right around their own 15. Really nice punt there. Go back under center. Stockton's going to hand it to Tobias. At 2. Back in the shotgun. Tobias takes it. Oh, almost got enough of a block there to spring that one. Now a 3rd and 6. Stockton takes the snap. We'll try to float this one to London Humphreys, who somehow comes down with that football. Georgia has had a couple of bailout throws go their way. I'm just astounded. Had a couple of these bailout throws come down their way, and Humphrey just goes up, mosses the defender. Almost falls on his head there, but does bring it down. So many big shots have fallen for them. It's a handoff to Tobias. Gain of 3. That's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter as Georgia heads into the 4th, up 35-20. A much more controlled quarter there, not quite as much chaos as we saw in that 2nd quarter in particular. But Georgia controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides. They're winning 3rd downs, trying to put this game away. So many big plays for them. And they just finished the game off strong. It's a 2nd and 7, and we see Roderick Robinson out there, shotgun, 2 tight ends. It's a handoff to him and Roderick. Makes it a 3rd and 4. Stockton takes it. Going to try to float this one to Cantrell, who catches it in stride. And that is inside of the 20 for Georgia on the 3rd and 3. They really tried to send pressure. Stockton just was patient, dumped it, threw it where Cantrell could go make plays in man coverage. And he did just that. Stockton now 1st and 10 right inside the 20. It's a carry for Tobias. Gain of 4. Up to 99 yards now. Stockton takes it. He's going to dump this one to Lucky, and there's nobody out there with him. He gets inside the 5, tackled down at the 1-yard line. It's another 1st down for Georgia. Staring now at a 3-score lead. 1st and goal. Stockton lets the clock run a little bit, and it is Tavares Tobias who gets to the century mark and finds the end zone. Georgia now takes a commanding 4th quarter lead. 42-20. Clemson's offense has just stagnated in this 2nd half, where Georgia has kind of comfortably taken back control. Now, what does Clemson do here? First and 10. 4 wide receivers. Clemson's got to find their some quick strike offense here. You know, really, if you think about it, if you take away the pick 6 If Stockton threw, Georgia has, Clemson has not done a whole lot offensively, really and truly. Had a couple of really strong drives. They've run the ball well in spots, but Kristen Miller, Jordan Hall, Damon Wilson, Justin Williams, these guys are just eating up this Clemson offensive front. Able to find his tight end there. Sets up a 3rd and 6. And I don't think Vizina's been bad. Georgia just has been really lucky with, some big shots that have really kept momentum from completely swinging in Clemson's way, no matter what has happened or what the Tigers have done. Vizina trying to get back into rhythm now. 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap. Vizina tries to scramble out and is able to get away from Damon Wilson. I think gets knocked out of bounds. Vizina's proven he can make plays. His feet, another first down for them, but there's just over 7 minutes left. You've got to find a big score here. Vizina's going to try to scramble out again. This time he gets away and slides down. Okay. Have to adjust from that now. Another big scramble for him. Gain of 9 there. 5 wide. He's going to get sacked this time. Green comes in there, the transfer, who is definitely looking like he could be a major focal point of what this defense does next year. And it's still been really good this year. Vizina's got so much time. He does finally get wrapped up. There's their 8th sack, Kristen Miller. An 8 tackle for loss, 4.5 sack game for the Heisman winner, trying to prove all the voters right. He is putting on one heck of a performance. What a throw from Vizina, but it's knocked away, and Georgia gets the stop defensively. Now they can focus on running out the clock. Clemson, what an insane first half in this game. And how things just kind of turn on their heads sometimes when you play Georgia. That's just, they continue to make big plays and stop having the negative ones. Then you see what happens is Tobias. Now we're 3rd and 3. Stockton takes it, going to hand it off to Tobias. They wrap him up in the backfield, though. We're just going to let the clock run. They're going to go punt this one away. Lozano has already had one really bad punt today. And he is going to get roughed as Clemson goes after the block. That'll be a first down, Georgia, giving them a chance to largely ice this game now. Unfortunate as Rob Billings just came back there. Made a bad decision. Now Georgia takes over, less than 3 minutes left again, extends their drive. It's a handoff to Tobias. Just a gain of 2. He is a bowling ball. 23 carries, 107 yards, has found the end zone. Doing pretty good out of the backfield as well. Stockton, another run. Get to the 2-minute warning now. We're in a really good spot. Trying to get another first down to put this game away. 3rd and 5. Decided to go 3 wide receivers. Stockton sends Evans in motion. They run that famous screen to him, and number 5 gets the first down. That's going to allow Georgia to now run a lot of this clock out. Actually should end the game. Stockton, one more handoff to Tobias. Georgia can take the knees and get out of here. with another exceptional victory. They do advance.
Ready up.
42-20. This game was 28-20 at halftime. We saw 3 touchdowns in about a 35-second span there at the end of the first half, right at this 2-minute warning time period. But Georgia dominates the second half. When the second half 14-0, really built upon that lead. Offense didn't have to do too much. Stockton created a lot of major big plays, ran the ball well, and Clemson finally just ran out of gas. They stopped making big plays on defense. They stopped turning Georgia over. Credit to Georgia for making the adjustments in the second half they needed to, and credit to Clemson's defense for figuring things out. I think this game really changed on the Daniel Harris pick six. That was what helped Georgia really build. At the time was a 28-17 lead, and it just really jump-started Georgia's offense today, or jump-started them kind of getting away from Clemson. They outscored Clemson at that point 14-3 the rest of it. And really, really big finish there for Georgia in that dominant second half. Let's see what I want to use for it. I think just anything of him getting sacked, I think will probably be a good spot. Let's do like something like that right there. Let's take a look at the stats. So, Gunnar Stockton, 15-24, 363, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions through the air. One of the interceptions is more just like a Hail Mary shot there at the end of the first half. Otherwise, he was excellent, though. Tobias, 25 for 113 in the score. Did have a lost fumble, though, on the first drive for Georgia. Stockton, -5 yards rushing, did have a touchdown to kind of alleviate the fumble. Roger Robinson, 3 for 8. London Humphreys, 5 for 70, a really good performance for him. Lucky was 3 for 42 and a score. Cantrell, 3 for 96. Anthony Evans, 2 for 70 and a score. Nitro Togo, 1 for 75 and a score. Tobias did have 1 catch for 10 yards. All the offensive line played well. Kind of had some spots here and there of not great pass blocking, maybe not the best run blocking, but overall did do extremely well. Just an absolutely dominant performance for Kristen Miller. 10 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks for him. Tackles for loss behind him. You had Justin Williams, had 3 and a sack and a half. Raylan Wilson, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Damon Wilson, 2 tackles for loss. And then adding on to that, Raylan Wilson had the sack. He had a half sack from Adenije Green and Jamal Jarrett. Interception go to Daniel Harris, who had the pick 6. Georgia, I feel like, played really, really well defensively. As we look at Clemson stats, Vizina, I thought was accurate, did not create a whole lot of big plays, though. So 17-27, 201, a tutty, and, of course, the really bad pick 6. It was an awful decision. Georgia did a really nice job of wrapping up Jay Haynes. 15 for 54. One of the better jobs Georgia's done this entire year in run defense. Kariski had a good game, 4 for 57. TJ Moore, 4 for 41. Tyler Brown, 2 for 35, and a touchdown. Had a pretty nice early part of the game, and then Georgia pretty much shut them down. But not really a whole lot of big plays outside of really that first drive. Clemson, I feel like, did a really nice job creating turnovers. Got 2 interceptions from Shelton Lewis. Got 3 total sacks here from TJ Parker and Jonathan Root, including Root getting a forced fumble that TJ Parker also recovered. Parker, I feel like, had a really nice game. Had a couple of tackles for loss. Seemed like he had more than just the 1 tackle for loss anyway. But could not consistently get into the backfield, and eventually they just kind of ran out of gas. Georgia is the better team and proved it eventually. Just kind of took it a minute to get to that point. So we do get a coach level up there. Yeah, it is time to, as you see, we will be quarterfinal playoff game winners. But let's advance the week. See what we got. See who we will be playing. And it will be Kristen Miller, SEC Defensive Player of the Week. Probably the National Defensive Player of the Week. Okay. And we will be meeting North Texas, the 12 seed, the Mean Green. going on a miracle run, at least to this point. Was certainly not expecting that. Program builder unlocked. Okay, that's great. Have to look into that off camera. North Texas beat up USC by 10 in the opening round, then won a defensive battle over UAB in the quarterfinals, and that is who we're playing for a chance to go to the national championship. On the other side, you had Arizona beat Notre Dame by 2 scores. You had Ohio State trounce Oregon by 4 scores. Those two will play each other. We'll be taking on North Texas, the Mean Green, and then if we win, we'll take on the winner between Arizona and Ohio State. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Tulane Dynasty that's also going on the channel, and my Atlanta Hawks franchise on NBA 2K25, where we are making a deep playoff run in that as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, peace.